Have you ever observed that your feline companion seems to have endless things to say to you, yet remains almost entirely silent around other cats? They might lock eyes with you, open their mouth, and emit a perfectly pitched meow to emphasize a point. However, when cats engage with their own kind, the interaction is largely nonverbal. There are no lengthy dialogues or dramatic vocal announcements. This distinction is no accident. Cats did not simply stumble upon the idea of vocalizing to humans. Their meows are the byproduct of history, biological evolution, and a remarkably sophisticated understanding of human psychology. Today, we will explore this fascinating development in this video. To understand why modern cats vocalize to people, we must look back at how this partnership began. Unlike dogs, cats were not domesticated through intentional human intervention. Roughly 10,000 years ago, early farming communities in the Middle East began storing surplus grain. This attracted rodents, which in turn attracted wildcats. Humans tolerated these small predators for their pest control services, eventually welcoming them into their settlements. Cats essentially domesticated themselves by staying close to humans who provided consistent food and safety. Over millennia, the cats that were less fearful and more interactive thrived. Humans naturally favored cats that communicated clearly, and vocalizing became an effective way for these animals to secure attention. In the wild, adult cats rarely use their voices with one another, while kittens meow frequently to signal hunger or distress to their mothers. This behavior typically vanishes upon reaching maturity. Adult feline communication relies on a complex, silent language of scent marking, ear positioning, tail movement, and facial expressions. Vocalizations like hissing or growling are reserved for moments of high tension, such as territorial disputes or threats. Friendly exchanges are almost always quiet. A slow blink or a gentle head rub communicates far more than a sound could. To a cat, making unnecessary noise is inefficient and risky, as it could alert potential predators to their location. The reason cats meow at us is simple. Humans are cat blind. We lack the sensory hardware to interpret their subtle scent signals or complex body language. Historically, cats that relied solely on silent cues were often overlooked. However, those that vocalized found that humans responded immediately. Meowing is a learned bridge between two different species. Cats realized that a well-timed sound could wake a human up, interrupt their work, or prompt them to provide food and affection. Research confirms this. Domestic cats vocalize significantly more than feral cats. For the domestic cat, the meow is not just an instinct, it is a strategic tool reinforced by human reaction. One of the most intriguing aspects of this behavior is that there is no universal cat language. Every cat develops a personalized vocabulary for their specific owner. Your cat likely has distinct sounds for hunger, boredom, or irritation. Studies even show that some cats adjust the frequency of their meows to mimic the pitch of a human infant's cry sound. We are biologically programmed to find impossible to ignore. In many ways, your cat has trained you as effectively as you have trained them. Cats don't meow at each other because it would be redundant. Their social structure is built on silence as a sign of comfort and security. A raised tail or flattened ears provide all the information another cat needs. When they do break that silence, it is almost always a warning rather than a conversation. Living indoors has only amplified this vocal behavior, since indoor cats depend entirely on humans for resources and stimulation. Vocalization has become their primary method of influencing their environment. The more a cat relies on human interaction, the more talkative it tends to become. Not every cat is equally vocal. Genetics play a significant role. For instance, Siamese cats are famous for their loud or communicative nature, a trait likely sharpened by generations of selective breeding. Conversely, breeds like the Russian Blue are known for being more reserved. Beyond breed, a cat's individual upbringing and the level of interaction they receive from their owners will determine how chatty they ultimately become. The next time your cat greets you with a vocalization, remember that you are witnessing a behavior shaped by thousands of years of coexistence. Cats may not speak to one another in this way, but they have undeniably mastered the art of making humans listen. Given how quickly we tend to respond, it's clear that their evolutionary strategy has been an overwhelming success. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.